Yo everyone, this is Lavon Cason here, back at it again with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Pokémon Legends Arceus review from GameSpot. Now, before I get to reacting to this video, I must let you know a couple things. Yes, I am a Nintendo fan. I do have their Nintendo Switch. And I used to watch Pokemon back in the mid 2000s, heck, I even had a deck of Pokemon cards. Now, eventually, I did outgrow Pokemon, and I just move on to watching other TV programs such as TBS and BET. Now I got all that out the way, let's go in and watch this GameSpot review of Pokemon Arceus. Let's do that.
In 1996, Pokemon was daring. Since then, the core Pokemon games have mostly stuck to the pattern established by those first games, developing a sense of familiarity with steady, light iteration. Pokemon Legends Arceus breaks that iterative pattern, attempting to establish a new foundation, while borrowing bits and pieces from the main Pokemon games to create something new. The result is sometimes messy and doesn't always work, but its distinct qualities set it apart from the core series and ultimately elevate it.
Review code was provided by the publisher, okay.
Though it's a spin-off, Pokemon Legends Arceus isn't lending the Pokemon trappings to an entirely different set of mechanics.
Oh my god! Look at this, guys. Look at this. Don't this look like an HD Wii game at best? Oh my god, Game Freak. Oh my freaking god. I've seen third-party developers do a lot more than this. I've seen them do a lot better than what this game has to offer graphically on the Nintendo Switch. My god. This really does look like a Wii game.
Instead, this game reimagines Pokemon's core mechanics, finding and catching
It
Pokemon
really
and battling
does.
them within the new context of exploring vast open spaces. Legends Arceus takes place long before the modern games, at a time when Pokemon haven't become integrated into daily life as pets and pack animals. There's a sense that the wilderness here is dangerous, and the villagers treat Pokemon like fearsome wild beasts. The exception to this is the Survey Corps, a small band of burgeoning scientists working underneath the local security forces. A never-present rift in the sky appears to be driving Pokemon berserk, including larger-than-life sacred Pokemon that are given special reverence and protection by the local Diamond and Pearl tribes. As a stranger in a strange land with no other options, you join up with the Survey Corps in hopes of solving the mystery of the rift. The Survey Corps' day-to-day work is building the first Pokedex, a paper-bound notebook that compiles all of the region's accumulated Pokemon knowledge. Completing your Pokedex is always the goal of Pokemon games, but it's usually an incidental secondary goal to collecting new Pokemon in order to train them for battles. In Arceus, completing the Pokedex is front and center, reintroducing it as a pivotal goal that connects everything you do, including how you progress through the game. Though the process of completing the Pokedex involves similar mechanics to what's found in the mainline Pokemon games, Legends Arceus makes it a bit more involved. You can see Pokemon wandering freely around the open environments, but you don't necessarily need to do battle to engage them.
Okay.
You can quietly sneak up on them and toss a Pokeball at them. That's often enough to catch them, so you go through Pokeballs quickly, dozens in a single.
This game looks like Nintendo needs to make that new Nintendo Switch. There's Nintendo fans out there that are ready for a new Nintendo Switch system that is more capable than what we have to offer right now. And this game right here is showing that. It is showing the Switch's age. A new Switch needs to come out by late 2023.
Single trip, building out your collection. The
I am being for real.
Approach, stealth versus attack, capturing versus initiating a battle, can be disorienting. The trigger button is used to toss whatever you have at the ready, and you toggle between a menu of Pokeballs and caught Pokemon using the X button. It's fairly intuitive most of the time, cycling through your arsenal and then aiming a shot, but in the heat of the moment it's easy to waste a Pokeball when you...
This is the most ambitious title that Game Freak has made. But that being said, so far it just doesn't look that interesting.
Or worse, to start a battle when you're trying to
sneak. It really doesn't.
In a mainline Pokemon game, simply catching a Pokemon would fill out its Pokedex entry, but that's not the case here. Since you're building the first Pokedex, and since the stealth catch mechanic lends itself to quicker finds, completing a Pokedex entry involves completing a series of tasks. A Pokedex sheet will outline tasks, often with multiple tiers, like catching a certain number of Pokemon, defeating a certain number, and so on. Once you've completed a number of these tasks, you can turn in your findings and the Pokedex entry is considered complete. It's a remarkably flexible system that lets you play Pokemon your own way. If you love to do Pokemon battles, you can make almost all of your progress just fighting wild monsters. If you'd rather focus on stealth and barely engage with battles at all, that option's available too. At first, I found myself obsessively checking my Pokedex tasks and steering myself towards min-maxing completion. But after a while, I found it was much more enjoyable to just wander the world stealth catching and battling as I felt like it, and then letting the chips fall where they may for Pokedex completion. Unfortunately, campaign progress gating is also gated to completing Pokedex survey results. The survey core gives star rankings that level up as you gain research points for completing tasks and filling out Pokedex.
Yeah, this definitely
new environments
looks like
open up as you progress through the story, but between each major story point, you need to rank up to the next star level. That meant for the first few star ranks, I was stuck needing to go over areas I had already explored extensively, grinding to progress enough to proceed. Later in the game, once I gained access to a larger selection of environments, and had access to mounts that made new areas reachable, it was much easier to progress without feeling like I had to go back over a previous area with a fine-tooth comb. The battle system is possibly the most...
This is the game that Nintendo fans are really excited about. Like, we have got to improve our standards, Nintendo fans. Like, we have got to, like... This Pokemon Legends Arceus, like, this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. This ain't just it.
Recognizable aspect from previous Pokemon games, with each Pokemon in Legends Arceus only being able to equip a total of 4 moves at a time, and all the usual rock, paper, scissors elemental matchups intact. But needing to know the finer nuances of type matchups is de-emphasized in Arceus, to the point where moves are just listed as effective, super effective, not very effective, and no effect from the start. More recent Pokemon games have included this feature, and I appreciate the help as someone who does not have the brain space to keep track of every move matchup, but it has previously kept those hints gated behind having a completed Pokedex entry. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, that rough edge is sanded down to be even smoother, since you'll see them all listed right away, even the first time you ever encounter a new Pokemon. You can also get into an encounter against multiple Pokemon.
Did it take to, Game Freak to make this game? Like, I really am curious to see how much.
Just through sheer luck by starting a battle in the middle of a crowd of wild creatures. These moments can feel appropriately harrowing, since you can still only have one monster out at a time, and sometimes you'll simply run into a Pokemon far above your level, including red-eyed alpha Pokemon that are larger and more powerful than the average for their species. If you can catch them, they're essentially the apex predators of their type, with a requisite stat bump. Adding a small but sometimes vital wrinkle to the battle system is the option to make any of your attacks agile or strong. An agile attack sacrifices some strength for speed, which sometimes lets you attack twice before your opponent can respond. Conversely, a strong attack will pack some extra punch, but it might slow you down enough that your opponent can act twice. An optional battle timeline shows when the turns will occur, so you can see how swapping between agile and strong moves will affect the turn order. This adds an extra layer of creativity and strategy, especially once you start supplementing less effective attacks with strong style because you want to inflict a status effect, or using agile style on a super effective attack to finish off an opponent quickly. A series of boss battles called Frenzy Battles are also a significant change from the Pokemon norm. These large-scale conflicts tie into the story as you work with each Pokemon's caretaker warden
I'm just not feeling this game.
Special balms.
Like,
you then go into a distinct arena
like, I'm
where
being
you
real,
have to dodge
guys.
the rampaging
I'm just not
Pokemon's
feeling this
attacks
game.
and hit it with bombs, only occasionally sending out your own Pokemon to stun it long enough that you can rapid fire
I can respect that
saving these beasts.
Game Freak was being ambitious with this Pokemon Legends Arceus, but this just ain't it for me.
By juggling the priorities of active dodging, looking for open opportunities to throw, and then mixing in traditional Pokemon battles is the most exciting the series has been in years. The wardens and the leaders of their clans are standout personalities in Legends Arceus, introducing a totally new cast of characters, but keeping the focus relatively small. Pokemon games often have a fairly sprawling cast of friends, professors, gym leaders, Elite Four members, and the champion.
You can definitely
we rarely get to know any
see that this game is rough.
In Legends Arceus,
you definitely
there are less
see
than
that
a dozen
at
main
least.
characters, and we spend much more time
Nintendo
with them,
fans.
getting to know their personalities and how they clash with each other. There's not a massive amount of depth to the story and characters, but I still got attached to these cute anime kids. The world is presented similar to Breath of the Wild, but this game's distinctly separate zones don't quite match the sprawling openness of that Zelda game. They're still rather large, and it captures that same sense of wonder, but it's not the same level of impressive technical feat. Pokemon Legends Arceus also seems to be straining against the technical limitations of the Nintendo Switch at times. even among these smaller environments.
We could definitely
Pieces
see
of
that.
world geometry pop in and out somewhat
Everyone
regularly.
in the gaming community at this point can definitely see that this game showcases that the Switch definitely needs an upgrade. In fact, there's people out there that are going to throw away their Switch after that Steam Deck comes out. Like, people wanted a Nintendo Switch Pro, but Nintendo decided to give a Nintendo Switch OLED. So now people have pretty much moved on to the Steam Deck, but
and bodies of water in the sky show texture repetition that's hard
going.
not to notice. It's a testament to the quality of the game that those issues only
people
slightly
are ready to
detracted from my
move
enjoyment.
on from Nintendo.
Some
at
of the
this
new
point.
ideas in Arceus have rough edges, and it's a slow start before you get access to many environments and mounts. This is an awkward first step, and it was a big adjustment for me as a longtime fan. Once Pokémon Legends Arceus finds its stride though, it's the most daring and inventive the series has been in years, breaking apart the staid core and creating something new and exciting from its pieces.
I can see them taking a risk. I can definitely see with this game, like, they were taking a huge risk, you know, making this game, but I am just not feeling this. And also, too, like, this game, like, I don't see myself buying this game. Like, I really don't. Like, I am just being real with you guys. Honestly, Pokemon to me, like, it gotten stale, like, at, like, Diamond and Pearl, and after that, I just stopped watching it. Like, I just move on to other shows. Like, to be honest with you guys. But it is what it is at this point. I mean, the game got an 8. I personally would have thought that the game would have gotten a 7 or a 7.5 at best. But, I mean, at this point, I don't know what to think anymore when it comes to Nintendo sometimes, man. Like, some of these games just ain't it. But I am just rambling at this point. Are any of you guys going to buy Pokemon Legends Arceus? Like, let me know in the comment section below of this video. And give your reasons why you plan on buying this game. Or are you guys gonna be like me to where I'm just not interested in Pokemon Legends Arceus? It is time for a new Switch. And I might move on to Steam Deck if Nintendo doesn't improve their hardware. Like, are you feeling that? Like I am a little bit, but let me know in the comments. Hope you guys have a good day and peace. So now that you have made it to the end of the video, I want you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and when you hit that notification bell, you gotta hit all notifications, so that way you can be notified for future Lavon Cason tech videos, future Lavon Cason gaming videos, future Lavon Cason live streams, and also other videos that I do, such as, you know, reaction videos and things of that nature. Bye.